Day one of playoff action. It's Team NP taking on Digital Chaos here. Gets pulled back. Yeah. He walks forward one step. There's really no chance. Maybe Envy trying to entice him a bit. Meanwhile, Resolution gets a jump onto MSS. It's going to be a bit of a slow roll here for MSS at the start of this game. Misery since then has joined hands bottom lane here with Moon.
Alright, here we go, Weehaw. Here we go, dive.
Right on in. Envy pulling him down, and Rose to run him. Hits him with the Infernal Blade, and that will get the job done. A wave will come out, though, from Saksa, and with the power of the tower, they'll be able to get the finish. They do not find a target yet, so they head up towards the jungle. Uh-oh! Dropping down the ward, they get the Thunder Strike. There's really nowhere you're going to run, sir. They're even going to drop down the black hole for this man.
I think they actually saw this smoke coming up from DC. They have a ward in the big camp on the Dire jungle. DC's smoked up, trying to go for a pick on MSS. They look like they get the swap.
Yep, they do. He gets blasted as well from Misery. He'll get quickly dealt with. SVG responds, drops the Static Storm, drops the Kinetic Field. They even commit the Doom. They know that Resolution does not have the reincarnation. Envy now looking to commit in, hits with a big wealth of damage, but so does Weehaw, dishing out the Requiem, allows him to get the right-click finish onto Envy. Oh, gets the raise, looking to go for Rose. Rose makes it away. Owie on the other side, however, he gets raised. And it's a triple kill for Weehaw's Shadow Fiend. Trying to steal Rose. Rose has crept out. He's been spotted. Moon goes for him. Where have you been?
They're bringing Weehaw right away. They're pulling him with the recall from Coddle.
They are. Envy's already made his jump in, though. Remnant's going to get the burst for Saksa. Yes, he can. Weehaw's here now. Resolution already inside the mix here. Doesn't have to use reincarnation yet, but they do glimpse him back. Turns towards Rose, hits him with the stun, hits him with a big right click, and they drop the Static Storm. Black hole, he gets blasted back with the blinding light, but it does not cancel the black hole. It doesn't matter, they'll raise right through him. EC muscle past NP. They only take MSS down, but not suffer any heavy losses here.
Roshan.
B.
They're able to do it.
They're going to try to make a play around this. Owie's just inside the pit. Pounces onto his support. Tries to make some waves there. Now Envy committing in, looking to go for Misery. Gets the takedown of the Coddle. Moon and Saksa stun lockdown Envy here. Can they get the finish? Not yet. Envy's able to make it to the high ground.
Top lane, Rose getting pressured by Rezo.
Ouch. He
but
still
now
hits hard.
Pretty alone here. Gonna get recalled, but it gets canceled right away.
Yeah. And
this
now he's 1 versus 3. Owie's here now too. Uh-oh.
Venge is coming with the swap.
Everybody's here now. Comes back with a second life. They have a Static Storm waiting on top of him. He pops the Blade Mail, gets swapped back, but MSS is there, and then it gets canceled. That was almost a mega high black hole as it caught 3, but without having that stun caught inside, it is free and available to just deny MSS from what could have been a huge and epic play. DC
they don't have that much crazy damage follow-up either.
Yeah.
The Emperor had already used all of his remnants and all of his expels and everything too, so Disruptor ulti was already expended. It was a pretty nice black hole, but DC just looking.
Yeah, you know, you just see you see that initial big black hole, and you know, percolate quite a bit. Think it's going to be going well, but absolutely right. Without the big damage, it's not going to be good enough. A man who dishes the damage necessary for this game is Resolution. Looking to make some NP members bow before the king. Slashing down, can he finish him off? Ugh. Not going to be able to get it yet, but he's back for round number 3? Probably 3 by now. DC run right through the top lane, and it's set of racks, and now make their way going coast to coast. Doc's in a bit of trouble. Eating the pressure from Owie, the Requiem, gonna get dished. Saksa will eventually go down, but then Owie shows himself and frantically pounces to go for the finish. Will eventually get it, but loses his own life. Does have a buyback, may be forced to use it. MP have already lost 3, and they're about to lose Envy. He has no buyback, and that could be the Tau being thrown in any second. Buyback's coming out, final hurrah for NP. They lose SVG, Envy back in the mix. Resolution has another life. If they bring him down, he'll only be going into round number 4. But
Weehaw died and kept his ultra kill. Botback got recalled. Yeah, this is looking like it's just too hard for MP to really fight.
Yeah, jumping right in. Weehaw not even caring what kind of thunderclouds are over his head, taunting and finishing things out. It is over. Godlike for Resolution. Game number 1. Going to be going to Digital Chaos.
NP Meepo, and they're playing into massive AoE as well. That's pushing the wave in that manner. Mid lane, though, looks like we do see Bros going for a setup here with the net.
Oh! And then the poop! And the first blood goes to Owie's Meepo. Still looking for hopeful. He's going to go for the arrow. The naked arrow gets it right in the back. Oh, of Weehaw. There's the poops. There's the kill.
People set up already. So they're going to go for it anyway, though.
Yes, they are.
SS
SVG
is up now.
rolls in, puts the disruption onto Wee. MSS bumps him back with the cogs while locking in Misery. They put their focus onto him. He tries to win run out of this one, but he will be taken down. Now Moo moves in and then gets quickly slashed apart from Envy's Omni Slash. 2 down. While Envy right now feels okay being in the bottom lane farming, his team's about to find him in a lot of trouble here. TPs are starting to come as Envy will deal to come into the shrine, looking for connection of the Omni Slash right onto Moon, but the Shallow Grave comes out from Saxa, and Moon is just waiting for an opportunity to burrow to the high ground and make it away to safety, and he's good now. Turning it around, they hit him with a poison touch. Saxa will not find resolution. And now he's happy to move in. And he's doing a lot of work, and nice burrow from Moon. Finishes off what Resolution had started there on the little support. Now looking to go for Rose. Sakuchi should get the finish and will. One by one they crumble down. MSS going to be forced to drop down the cogs. Resolution walks around him.
For this one, if they do go, Saxa walks right into him.
Okay, battery assault. While Misery chains down Rose. MSS tries to have enough firepower. The arrow actually connects. Turns back with a rocket. Will be able to get the finish, but it will cost MSS his life.
You know, do the bug thing. Even out of the fights, there's not crazy amounts of disable.
Okay, initial jump here for Wee. Yeah, he has that Force Staff, or Hurricane Pike rather. Dishes out the Requiem, but not going to be offering a whole lot. This time maybe overplaying his hand a bit. Nearby though, MSS gets a secondary snipe as they're going to be able to take out Moon. MP's brightest moments here to get this Blink Dagger, or BKB rather, as fast as possible. Looks like they spotted Saxa. Nice arrow connection with the Earthbinds. He has nowhere to go. This Dazzle is done for.
Steven has been landing a lot of his arrows too this game.
He has.
We're under nets and all that, but he's also fairly farmed.
Bottom lane. Looks like they managed to get the lockdown for Envy. They blast them apart with the Requiem. And then MSS shows up with his Blade Mail, locks them both in, and they take them both out too. Moon and Weehaw together, caught within a trap. Beautiful setup from MSS. Will get redemption for Fallen Envy. They hope for a better fight. Howie's been spotted farming the Ancient Camp. Resolution hits him up with the bugs. They hex him though. Gets forced out, runs away from safety. Arrow going to be dodged, but the jumping from MSS is going to be onto Weehaw. Doesn't look to lock him in yet. The Moonlight Shadow is going to be out, and DC look to turn and run. There goes the cogs, but the Requiem flies out from Wee. Now Disruption going to be there trying to save MSS. He's trying to make it back in a way, but one more shot should do it. They'll get the finish. Moon hits up with a burrow onto Owie, who's moving forward for Sox, and now they turn it back and around. They need one more shot for the Owie Meepo. He's too far away. Weehaw moves in to get it. They get it. Meepo's out. 80 seconds. No buyback. Misery gets the lock onto Rose. Hits him with the power shot. Moon is waiting with the burrow. Gets it there. Oh, barely lives. The auto Starfall nearly taking him out. Soxon will save him with the Grave. Envy, the lone survivor here in the mid lane, and it's a Resolution.
Beast cooldown.
On Chase. He goes for the spin, but it's a spin to lose. Misery with a double kill. A 5-man wipe coming out from DC.
See, Weehaw's about to buy up his Butterfly and bring it on the Courier too, so that's a big power peak. Good.
Oh, arrow. Okay, they get with the Earthbind, a force within the trees. Soxa trying to stay safe on the back end. They are going to get the finish on for Moon, but they want the Dazzle too. Meanwhile, MSS setting up yet more kills potentially up and ahead. He's trying to square up with Weehaw here. DC see this. They have the ward right by that bounty spot, and they pop right for MSS. He's going to get shackled up. Arrow will fly, not find its target. Owie wants to continue to commit. Blinks in, doesn't find much of a poof target as the force is there. And now he's in a lot of trouble. They move in, and that's the end of Owie. He's going to be out, no buyback. Nearly 100 seconds, too. And DC are just happy to move in and just gobble up anyone who's spotted out. It looks like Rose was trying to split push towards the bottom lane. Moon is there to respond to it. Rotation's back as Rose continues to split push. Look who's inside. Uh-oh, almost caught out. MSS doesn't catch the hook. Nearby, there's going to be a burrow. Trying to get the jump and the finish onto SPG. That is going to be the Shadow Demon taken out of this. And the gem dropped. Meanwhile, below, Moon looking to set up onto Rose. He gets the Moonlight Shadow off, but he gets quickly dealt with thereafter. Now it is quickly going to be MP trying to get the hell out from trouble.
forced the lanes in so far while the Roche is up that they go for a Roche play with like 2 or 3 heroes.
Envy is just going in, gets the finish of the tier 3 in the bottom lane, and looks to TP out. All right, nice move, Envy. Oh, Owie though in the lane. Yeah, he is not so fortunate. He gets shackled down and killed off. Weehaw takes that one almost effortless between him and Misery. Owie's now out of this game 90 seconds. But he might have to buy back. A takedown of Saksa also does have a buyback here. But just one by one here is Resolution. Just continues to right click. Envy gets out the healing ward. A Resolution goes back for the Rax instead. We'll get the finish on that one now. Big Omni Slash comes out. Time lapse though. Shrugs it off, no problem. Moon steps in, gets off a decent burrow strike, but could find himself in a lot of trouble. There's a 4-staff, a second one with a grave. He's going to be back in the safety zone. While on the other side, MSS locks down and finishes off the Dazzle. Saksa going to be out of this one. Jump for Envy. And now it's going to be Weehaw within the trees. They show themselves. Moon hits it in with a big move. Owie inside him with a Ghost Scepter. He's going to be fine. But the rest of the team is not. As they begin to fall one by one, DC roll in through the base. Resolution going for the bottom tier 3. MSS forced to dish out the Ghost Scepter, Blade Mail, and hide away from trouble. But DC just keep their eyes on in, going for the racks. They know this one is close to over. And that is 2 racks suddenly gone, and Resolution is not done yet. He's looking to go all the way for the Shrine, potentially for the Megas. A big Poof Bomb does come out, but the Grave is going to be there. A save for Moon, and then a Flying Requiem will be there, and that's going to be the game. It's going to be DC taking this series 2-0 over NP.